Up to 50% of food produced in Uganda is lost or wasted, while Kenya loses about 40%. As East African countries intensify efforts to build sustainable food systems and reduce waste, small and medium enterprises are emerging as key drivers of innovation and economic growth.
Are you ready?
The governments, in partnership with civil society organizations working in nutrition and agriculture, has launched a new report aimed at reducing food loss and boosting value addition in Uganda and Kenya.
Issues important to the development of our SMEs in Uganda and in Kenya.
Based on research conducted between 2025 and 2026, the report highlights how improved handling, better storage, enhanced food processing, and stronger policies can significantly reduce post-harvest losses. Findings indicate that most food loss occurs after harvest, largely due to poor storage, limited processing capacity, inadequate access to markets.
Look at the dollar or the Kenya and Uganda shilling amount. Uganda's loss is at about 316 billion, that's Uganda shillings, and Kenya is at about 72 billion Kenya shillings per annum. That's in a period of 1 year.
As the region shifts toward circular economy models and more sustainable food systems, small and medium enterprises, commonly known as SMEs, are taking center stage in driving green innovation, waste reduction, and value addition. However, despite their potential, many of these businesses face significant challenges that limit their growth and ability to scale.
This report comes to us at a point that I would say is very timely, at a point where we are all concerned on how we can strengthen the sustainability of our agri-food systems. And we recognize the role that is played by the small and medium enterprises in contributing to the sustainable systems that we are talking about.
These include regulatory gaps, limited incentives, and inadequate access to finance, technology, and supportive infrastructure.
Small market access is a challenge. Of course, there's also access to finance that proves to be a challenge. And in this one, we have partnered with ANCAP. We are already doing something so that these people can get access to finance. The third thing has to do with technology. And technology, especially in the areas of processing, is quite useful, not just working with fabrication, but also seeing are there ways they can improve the efficiency of processing so that there is less waste. And of course, the fourth thing identified was to do with standards and certification.
According to the interim executive director of BioVision Africa Trust, Frederick Ocheng, certification is a critical step in driving implementation within the sector. He notes that clear standards can help build trust, improve product quality, and open up market opportunities for SMEs.
Sense of this report, because if you look at the report, the findings, and thereafter the recommendations, they are clearly pointing to very critical areas that we need to look into: the issues of certification, the issues of looking at the elements of capacity building and training, financing of these SMEs, so that we are having recommendations that, if implemented, will go along the way to really position our small and medium enterprises in a very strong position so that they can fairly and competently contribute to our endeavor to entrench sustainable production systems in our agri-food systems.
So today, the study that we've done goes ahead to make recommendations. A key recommendation is how do we work with government to ensure that the stakeholders, especially the small and medium enterprises and entrepreneurs, are supported when it comes to promoting circular economy. How does UNBS, the Uganda National Bureau of Standards, provide standards that are able to provide this kind of enterprises to thrive?
Sunday Bob from the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries emphasized that waste management must be central to agricultural transformation, urging stakeholders to view waste as a resource.
Innovating ways of recycling such kind of waste is very important. What is very interesting is now when we are talking about circular economy, unlike linear economy, we look at waste as a resource. There's no waste you treat as waste, but every waste can be turned into very important and resourceful products.
Nagujja Serena and Naume Namsoke for NSTV.